Welcome to this micro lecture. Today we will talk about medical device and the way to the CE mark. We will also talk about how to define the intended purpose which you need to successfully develop a medical device. What are the learning goals of today's micro lecture? After watching this micro lecture, you will know the definition of a medical device. You will also have an overview of the way to the CE marking and know why you have to define the intended purpose. Let's start with the medical device. On this slide, you can see the whole definition of a medical device from the Medical Device Regulation. In a nutshell, a medical device is an instrument, software or other article intended to be used alone or in combination to diagnose, monitor, treat, assess or analyze a disease. Medical devices act physically or physiochemically and should save life and improve life of quality. The way to the CE marking. With the CE mark, manufacturers express that their product meets the general safety and performance requirements of the Medical Device Regulation. After fulfilling these requirements, manufacturers are allowed to affix this symbol, the CE mark itself, on the medical device. On the following slides, you can see an overview of the steps which medical device manufacturers must go through before they are allowed to affix the CE mark on their device. Let us go through this procedure. After the idea for a medical device, manufacturers should start with definition of the intended purpose. After that, they can choose the right regulation. In our case, it's the Medical Device Regulation. After choosing the right regulation, they can start with the classification of their medical device. Then they can start with the technical file, which they need if they want to certify their medical device. After that, they choose the conformity assessment procedure, which depends on the medical device class. Then they go through the general safety and performance requirements that must be fulfilled. To fulfill these requirements, medical device manufacturers can use harmonized standards. After that, they can start with the clinical evaluation. If they can fulfill the general safety and performance requirements with data from the product itself or from equivalent products, they do not have to start a clinical investigation. If the data from the clinical evaluation is insufficient, manufacturers have to start a clinical investigation. However, this should be avoided if possible because it comes with high costs and it requires a lot of time. After the claim has been approved, manufacturers can issue the declaration of conformity to the notified bodies. After receiving the confirmation from the notified body, that manufacturers has fulfilled the general safety and performance requirements from their medical device, and they are then allowed to affix the CE mark on their device. After that, they can complete the registration and put the device on the market. After putting the device on the market, medical device manufacturers have to engage in a continuous process, the post-market surveillance. Let's start with the intended purpose. The correct definition of the purpose of medical device is crucial for their successful development and approval. Defining the intended purpose is essential to demonstrate that your product is a medical device, that the regulatory requirements are fulfilled and the manufacturers are able to classify the medical device. Analyze risk is another important component. Intended use versus intended purpose. Defining the purpose of medical device includes two aspects. One aspect is the intended purpose. With the intended purpose, manufacturers explain which disease or which injury you want to diagnose, treat or monitor. The intended purpose should include a description of the medical indication, the intended patient group and the intended body part, as well as the user profile and intended usage environment, functionality and physical principle. The second aspect is the intended use. With the indented use, manufacturers define what is required in terms of storage, transport, update, or cleaning of a medical device. Now you know the definition of a medical device, the entry procedure that manufacturers has to fulfill in order to get the CE mark to define the indented purpose, the difference between indented purpose and indented use. I hope you found this helpful, and I see you in the next micro lecture.